Hey, this is Hans from Request for Music, and this time for um, Patch from Scratch, I'm going to create something different, an effect sound. So, first of all, obviously, I need my Voltage Modular to open, so I forgot that, and oh, that was not what I wanted to see. I'm going to create a new one. I was working on the popcorn melody that using my step sequencer, but that was not what was interesting. Okay, so I've got my voltage modular set up. Let's make sure that you see everything. Why don't I see everything? Because it's slightly to the left. Okay, so there we have it. I'm going to create a mosquito sound. Who doesn't want that? Um, just for fun, just for kicks. So what am I going to use? I'm going to use my own modules, of course. So I'm going to my F underscore, which makes sure that I see all of the modules that I have in my set, which it might be larger than the set you have, of course. But if you use FSYN origins or the FSYN you could come and end, I would probably use a module that I don't have in FSYN origins, but I do have in FSYN. But at least what I need is an oscillator, of course. So that's the starting point. I'll set it to the highest value there. Highest screen value, that is highest visual zoom rate. So you see everything. And obviously a mosquito is making noise all the time. So I could actually just put it straight into the main, but I probably want to filter some stuff out. So I'll put a filter in there and I'll grow from the oscillator out into my VCF and then into my output, and then I need to dial the filter up. The frequency is too low because I looked it up, and a mosquito has sort of a base frequency of about 400 to 600 hertz. So obviously I could check that. I think I have a frequency counter in there. I think I have the ones from what is he called again? Anyway, no, Andrew, blah blah blah. I forgot. Sorry, but if I look some Andrew Macaulay, Suze, sorry, I have a frequency meter in here. So if I put this into this, I can see that it's only at 65 hertz at the moment. So I have to dial this up to somewhere between 4 and 600 hertz. So something like this would do, and that's it. So that would be something like 3 octaves up, and that's okay. So if you don't have the frequency meter, you know that you'll have to go the course to set the course tune up to 300 hertz, 3 octaves higher. So this would be my main kind of thing. Then obviously a mosquito isn't that pure, so it might be that I need something like, for instance, something like this, either a square wave which is very narrow, or otherwise the sharper sawtooth, and I could still do something like this on this part to use different filtering and stuff like that. But the main thing is, and I'll switch off my filter first. The main thing is that the frequency is not that straight, so to speak. So I'm going to look for my F thing again, and I'm going to look for an LFO, and I'll use the double one, so I have I have enough of them, and I'll put the LFO into my frequency modulation, and maybe it's even better to actually use the attenuator that you should be able to get, because it's a free module. So I'll dial the attenuator, or I'll put the attenuator in there, and I'll take a sine wave out of this, and I'll put that into my frequency modulation and dial this up. So now I have something like this, but that's obviously not enough. So I'll take a next one in, I'll put that in here as well, and put that. So now I've got two frequencies, and maybe I need a third frequency in to make it even more random. So something like this. So then I can just dial these in, and if you have the fsyn bundle, you could actually make it more random by using the random module that is there. Let's see, where is it? I've got a random module, and the random module sort of looks like the LFO, but the thing is, the difference, I'll switch this up for a while. I'm getting all kind of creepy, and so for this sound, if I use the random, it will change frequencies. I'll put it somewhere, and I'll put that into this as well, and that was not very handy. I'll take these out for a while. So the main difference is that a random will change from one value to another. And I can still, obviously, I've got it into this. I can still change that, but the thing is that if I use the slew, it's going to glide from one to another, but it's not as neat, so to speak, not as correct as an LFO. So if I use this one and then use multiple, I'll take those out and take this into the top to make it more visible. So this is the first one, and the next one I'm going to put that faster, so I'll take that in there as well. So this is even more random, as it is supposed to be, using this random module. So that in, that there as well, and take the third one to maybe even faster than all of this, because the random goes to a higher frequency than the LFO does. So do something like that. Dial this up, and you get this very nasty kind of mosquito sound. Obviously, you also want something that changes the way that the filter behaves. So I could actually use, maybe I will use normal LFO, because if I take a sine wave into my timbre modulation, I could change the filtering itself. So I could do something like this by just dialing this back, or I could also take a VCA or something. So if I look at my VCAs, I've got VCAs and ADSRs. I'll put this in. I'm probably not use the ADSR portion, but if I use this, I'll actually put it behind my my filter. So my filter will go through the VCA first. I'll put it into the input, and I'll take the output. So that will sound the same, of course, at first, but if I'm going to use my AM input, amplitude modulation, and I'm going to put that, what I've put into the filter, I'll put it here, I can now change the amplitude if I have it correct. And of course it's not doing it correctly now. I'll need to put it through my attenuator. And but as you can hear, I get now this sort of fading in and fading out. And maybe still use something like that on my VCF as well. Maybe not as slow, to change the overall sound. something like this. Maybe drag a reverb in to give it some room to live in. So take it into this and take the output, put the reverb on. And there you have it. One nasty mosquito. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye bye.